Previously on the Takedown. Matt Hughes traveled to the mossy forests of New Zealand, where persistent hunting led to a more than unanimous victory for the former champion. Then it was on to the peaks of the Southern Alps, where a hunt for tahr proved successful despite inclement weather conditions. It's here Matt has met with fellow Americans Derek and Drake Potts, a father and son hunting duo with a more than average passion for adventure hunting. With the team's departure just a few days away, outfitter Paul Bamber has arranged a hunt for chamois.
Paul, Wanganui Safaris has told us we're going to accompany Drake on his chamois hunt. We're thinking that we're going to get one as well. It all happened in a flash. We're going to jump on the helicopter, go scout, maybe even start hunting tonight, if not tomorrow morning with the helicopter. We'll see. They need to be maneuverable, so we're gonna have to lighten the load quite a bit, drop some people off, be able to get up there and maneuver around to find these chamois.
The Takedown is sponsored by Browning, the best there is. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Zeiss, we make it visible. Arctic Cat, share our passion. Otis Technology, smart gun care. Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. The Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio. Cold Steel, anytime, anywhere. And by Hell's Canyon. See you there.
Today we're hunting with the Potts family, Derek and little Jimmy. So it's Drake's his real name, but we like to call him Little Jimmy. So we're going to go out and go for some chamois, and we'll find out what happens.
Before deploying to the hunting grounds, the team is briefed by professional guide Ewan Black.
What will be happening, we'll be locating the animals out of the helicopter first, assessing the animal. If it's a good buck that we want to go after, then we'll try and get dropped in a position where it's safe for us to get out and where we can get a shot at the animal. Chamois are so fast moving, they won't stop and look like tahr do. Any questions?
None on my end. Chase, you got any?
You're an old hand at this. Yeah.
You've done this before? Derek, you ready?
I'm ready. Drake, you ready? Yep.
Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy, you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
They deploy for the Southern Alps. The mountains are inaccessible by land, helping retain their natural beauty and vegetation, thus allowing wildlife to flourish in populations.
You couldn't have got better scenics. The views were awesome.
The beauty of New Zealand is hard to disregard. Stunning glaciers and sparkling waterfalls decorate the landscape.
I've never hunted out of a helicopter. This will be new for me, bringing a gun and planning on shooting game after we spot it. Traditionally, that's how they hunted chamois, was out of a helicopter. So that's how we're going to do the hunt this time.
The team reaches the hunting grounds. Young hunter Drake Potts will be up first at an attempt at the elusive goat.
So Drake's the youngest. He's going to go ahead and shoot first.
The team scans the mountainsides for activity.
It'll be interesting to me. I get to watch now in the helicopter as all this goes down. So when it comes time for me, I'm already going to know the protocol.
Yeah, me personally, I love it. Just riding around you, get a whole different perspective of the landscape and all the animals and everything. This feels like you're on a mission when you're in that helicopter, just going to find those animals.
Suddenly, a chamois buck is spotted. They quickly move into action.
We went around, tried to get the animal to go back within a shooting range for him. So that was kind of our job. When the animal went back where we kind of wanted it to, we get out of the way. he got out of the helicopter, had enough poise to aim his gun correctly, shoot that animal, and you know, at 14 years old, I would have been pretty proud of him.
The team will recover the downed animal. Navigating the rocky mountainside takes an experienced pilot. Drake's father, Derek, has also proven successful in his search for the elusive species. This segment is presented by Cold Steel. Matt is on a helicopter hunt for chamois in the mountains of New Zealand. The team has just successfully tagged 2 trophy goats and now sets focus on finding Matt his.
There's a lot to think about, a lot of protocol, a lot of steps to follow. The stars have kind of got out of the line. This animal's got to come out where we can see it, and these guys are running around like a rabbit runs in grass. I mean, these guys can go anywhere, jump. It's amazing to see these guys on rocks.
The team scans the mountainsides for activity. Ewan spots a possible shooter.
Yui would then look at it, so he would judge it, make sure it's an old, mature bull, and then we'd come up with a game plan on how we're going to land, how we're going to get off, and how we're going to be able to spot that animal and shoot on that animal after we get dropped off.
They exit the aircraft quickly.
You know, this is quick hunting, and they said right off the bat, we don't guarantee a kill shot. I mean, it just happens that quick. When we got out, we set up, and the animal was there. It's a fast game. It's just the way it is. Hey, that's a lot of fun.
That's the way you do it.
I was getting a little queasy in that back of that chopper floating around. I know you were too. My cameraman was hurting just like I was back there doing this.
We're going to go and retrieve the animal. He's over there. There's quite a deep ravine between us and where he is. So the helicopter will come in, pick us up, retrieve the chamois, and then we'll go into a more user-friendly spot and get some photos.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool jumping out of a chopper, shooting him. Good chamois, isn't it?
Oh, that is a beauty, man. That is an absolute monster. He is a beautiful buck. He is, yeah, he's trophy class, that's for sure. World class trophy.
Hey, can you age him for me real quick?
Yep. He's probably 5.5 years old. Maybe wearing on 6. You can see his teeth there. His teeth are well worn apart from that one in the centre there. But he's past full maturity. He's a beautiful buck. He's a beautiful buck.
Thanks, Yui. Oh, I love it. I love it. So I really had no idea what to expect from the animal or the hunt or anything. So
yeah, coming out of the summer coats, so you can see a lot of black growth starting to come through, getting his winter coat. Beautiful black dorsal stripe again. Black legs, good mother sign, good mature buck. He's got his facial markings. You know he's from the antelope family with those on coats. So he's a beauty. Good shooting too, it's textbook stuff. We've had quite an eventful afternoon. We've actually pulled something out of the hat that I didn't think was going to happen.
So you've never heard of this before?
Not this time of
year.
year.
What time
especially.
of day did we take off?
We took off at 20 to 4. This time of year, as the saying goes, the bucks are where you find them. They're never in any particular place because they just start to wander. Very unpredictable. For us to get 3 bucks of that magnitude, size and quality, it's yeah.
And you passed. There's plenty that you passed on and says these guys just aren't ready. So yeah, I mean, it's good. Good job.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Drake got a good chamois. Derek got a good chamois. So I got a good chamois. all three of us, hard to do in one afternoon, and it was fun. I had a good time with mine, but I had just as much fun watching them, helping them get theirs. So we were all spotting for each other, we were all looking out for each other, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I'm a big team guy, and we all worked as a team that day. All in all, you know, with the tar and the chamois here on the South Island, I've had an excellent trip.
After a successful hunting expedition in New Zealand's South Island, former UFC champion Matt Hughes is on his way back to the grassy hills of the North Island. An unexpected invitation hours before the team departed back to the United States.
Lee says we're going to shoot another stag. I'm excited. He thinks there can be something better to represent the area better than what I've already got. So we're happy to tell you that we're out on another stag hunt.
Nice morning out, pretty sun. We're out looking for stag in some places he's known them frequent.
The other one I'm looking for that has that kind of frame, it's got more character, and his bottom tine has got more points coming off.
It's funny, weather over here changes quick. Woke up and it was freezing this morning in the 40s, and now it could be in the low 60s or high 50s.
Being around Lee I was kind of impressed. He knew about the land, he knew about the animals, he knew about the history. He really kind of knew about everything, and I like that. I like to have somebody from the area that I can ask anything, and he's got a straight answer for me.
He wants to walk around to this ridge, glass out of the valley, and kind of sit and wait. He says these animals are moving a little bit, so he doesn't want to stir them up too much. Just let them walk a little bit and we'll glass.
We're at the kind of the edge of the forest, and there are trees around us, but I wouldn't say it's real tight. We're going to sit here and we're just going to glass a little bit. We see stag kind of coming over a hill from a pond area. Lee wants to pass on this stag. He says it's a good one, but there's a better representation out there.
4 or 5 stags down here, but not the characteristics we're looking for. We're looking for width and character. So we're gonna head into the bushes.
Lee wants us to hunt the forest, so we're gonna hunt the forest.
What I wanted to accomplish with Matt was a different hunting scenario. The first stag we got, we waited for him to come out. This scenario, I wanted us to stalk through the brush and wait for them to come in, and to get that feeling of shooting inside this environment, hunting inside this environment. It's a different experience.
You know, that in the dense rainforest or in the trees, it's tough hunting. Usually, my experience has been, before you see them, they see you, type of thing. So I'm not a huge fan of that. When it comes to spot and stalk, I'd rather be out kind of in the open with a little bit of cover and not tight with them like that.
The Takedown is sponsored by Browning, Hornady, Zeiss, Arctic Cat, Otis Technology, Yeti Coolers, The Wildlife Gallery, Cold Steel, Hell's Canyon, and these fine sponsors.
We still got plenty of time. I don't see me striking out here really an option right now, but if it is, that's kind of a big deal. We came over here for a good red stag. So what's the plan?
We're going to get around the back of this because the wind's blowing from right to left. Come in the back, sneak through the trees, and hopefully they're just out grazing.
Same ones from this morning?
Same ones from this morning. We've given them like 5 hours to calm down, settle. I'm picking they're in here, so see how we go.
Walking through this rainforest, you know, you see trees that looks like they've been there for 200 years. There's moss growing on them. Definitely something out of a Disney movie. I mean, that stuff was cool, just walking through that rainforest.
Suddenly, a group of stag are spotted.
We found a couple stag out there. They're about 300 yards away. I got no place to shoot from here, so I think we're gonna come back in, go down, and get closer. They're just out there feeding right there, and I think if they're gonna do anything, they're gonna come back in the timber here in a little bit, so we'll see what happens, but I can't shoot from here.
Professional guide Lee Winterburn knows the area well. He feels that waiting for the stag to return to the thick cover is the best course of action.
You know, I've done that before where you try and figure out where an animal's gonna go, and it just never works out that way. But, you know, Lee, he has shown me he knows these animals, so reluctantly, I guess we'll say, I go ahead and take his lead and follow him down the hill.
Matt was a little bit worried. He was like, Lee, I've tried this before. It doesn't always work.
Lee says they're gonna go out, they're gonna feed, and they're gonna come back. In that time, we're gonna skirt around, come down, and hopefully get set up where they're gonna come back into the forest. We get set up, we're glassing around. It's not looking good. I can't see anything. The sun's starting to set, time's ticking, and it looks like we could have made the wrong choice.
We were up high, saw 4 stag out here. We kind of took a gamble, scurried down. 20 minutes later, we can't see anything. So I just like that. Always been very go for the sure thing, and here we've kind of thrown the dice, and it's not working our way.
I'm really doubtful, and I'm a bit disappointed. The emotions are a bit low, and I'm really hoping that these stags are going to come back in the brush. It's starting to get fall, it's starting to get a little bit dark, and I'm like really worried, and so we proceed on.
Without warning, the group begins to move toward the tree line.
I see the 4 stag. Everybody gets eyes on them.
Yeah, they're coming right at us, all 4 of them.
Just pretty amazing seeing those 4 stag come over that hill at the same time.
Whoa. Looks like shot. Gosh. Yeah. Let me get this safe. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. He's down.
That was a heck of a hunt.
That
Is he
was
down?
good, huh? Yeah.
He's hit hard. Thank you, Lee.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
You did a good job stopping that deer for me.
Yeah, at least I'm good at something.
He looks huge. Now that's a big stag, and he does have character. Look at that, 3 on this, and I didn't notice that.
Kind of beans out, the same as this one. It's got split tray. It's got awesome mass, even in his bottom tines. Look at the mass on that. You don't see that every day. Awesome tray tines. Great prominent crown points. Beautiful stag. He looked good on the wall, babe.
Hey,
He'll look great. Thank you.
Uncle Wayne, you got a copy?
You got a copy, Lee?
Yeah, we got a stag down.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, way to go. Hey, can you bring the boys up and we'll dress this animal and
Huge, huge. I never would have thought I would have came to New Zealand, shot a stag like that. This is why I took the journey here. This is why I love the memories of this, you know. I'm a big believer, you know, life's about making memories, not having dreams. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, we passed up a couple good stags and you said that, hey, I've got something better for you. So you're off the hook, because you said I was gonna rough you up if I wasn't happy with what I got. So, thank you, appreciate that.
Well done, eh?
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful stag.
That's a nice stag.
Well done, mate.
Stag's one of those animals that is just, to me, it's kind of mystical, you know. This, as I'm holding that stag, this is an animal that I've kind of dreamed of, we'll say. I feel so fortunate. I got real lucky in life, being halfway decent at something, and it took me to the hunting side of things. And holding this stag, I'm thinking a lot of things. First off, the size, and second, I got to thank Paul. You know, Wanganui Safaris has been good to me. Lee has been an excellent guide, and I'm sitting there holding that, thinking, man, Paul treated me great. He really brought me in his family.
I was really happy for Matt because the plan worked out, and I think he was really excited when he saw them come over the horizon. He couldn't believe his luck, and he got a beautiful stag, and he's a great guy.
I just gotta thank Paul again. I mean, he, like I said, he brought me in his family, and without him bringing me out, you know, I wouldn't be holding this magnificent animal.